Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Day Interviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This is going to be doing our weekly Year of the Dead throwback review for The Walking Dead. This is going to be my review for Season 4, Episode 5. This one is titled Interment. Okay guys, just going to be doing another video today. This one's going to be doing another video for The Walking Dead, and in today's video we're going to be doing our throwback review for this week's episode of the Year of the Dead series reviews. This one is for Season 4, Episode 5. This one's titled Interment. So, got a chance to watch this episode last night. This was an episode that I was very, very hyped to go back and watch. It is the winner of this week's poll. I believe there was this one. And I know the Obliged and Remember came really close as well, too. And I actually did rewatch Remember last night as well, too, and I thought that one was really, really good. Yeah, let's talk about Interment. Let's talk about this episode. So, basically, I guess we'll get started with this. This is a great episode of The Walking Dead. This is a great episode. I only have small nitpicks with this episode. There really isn't anything too major. I think this episode is honestly damn near perfect when it comes to basically everything they do. So this is episode 5. We start off, we got Rick, obviously after he left Carol, and you've got what's going on back home with Herschel as he's trying to save the people. And you get the infamous, I think we should have Spaghetti Tuesdays every Wednesday, but first we should find some spaghetti. So, yeah, you got that, and you got the people that are dying. Herschel takes them out back and kills them back there because he doesn't want to, he doesn't want the people to see what happens to, people when they die. Yeah, it's rough, man. It's rough. So, one of the things I'll say about this episode is at the beginning of the episode is kind of like, okay, here we go, flu arc again. But about halfway through the episode, they really flip things around and things really start to go crazy. So, basically, you've got Maggie on the outside that's dealing with some walkers at the fence. We kind of notice that there's a breach, and Rick gets back and kind of tells her that he sent Carol away, and, Maggie kind of says, like, you had the right to since, she killed Karen and David and stuff. And you get Rick that goes back and sees Herschel as Herschel's having to put down more people. And he tells him about Carol, and he, kind of asks, like, after this, is it going to go back to how it was? And, Herschel basically says it's not, So, you got that, and, well, while this is happening, you've also got Carl that wants to go out there and fight. Rick tells him not just yet, because of the flu, and he doesn't want Carl to catch it and stuff like that, and, Rick kind of wants to protect Carl from what's going on, at least at first. And then, well, let's just say things start to go down within the prison, and that kind of changes. So, you've got, Sasha that passes out. You got some people that are dying within the, the flu, the cells and stuff. And basically, you've got Glenn, that he is, kind of Herschel's, like, special helper and stuff. Same thing with Sasha. And Sasha, yeah, she basically gets knocked out, like, hits her head type of thing. And Glenn is also not doing well. He starts to, well, let's just say we see a lot of gross stuff in this episode. A lot of blood coming out of mouths and a lot of stuff like that. We see the death of Dr. S in this episode. He does have some guns with him, but we do see the death of him. As things kind of just start to go crazy, you got a walker that tackles Herschel. You got another guy that comes out there and shoots. He tries to shoot. He gets bit on the arm. Another girl gets shot. Friggin' Maggie and Rick hear this from the outside, and Maggie starts running in. So the episode really starts to go crazy as Rick then decides, well, I have to go get Carl because, the fence is, it's going to break, right? So he goes to get Carl, and they basically try to put, like, these, logs up the darn, fence. And it breaks through pretty much initially. Like, it literally breaks through not too much longer after. And we get the best scene of this episode, which easily is one of the best scenes of Season 4 for me, is when the walkers break through the fence, and you got Rick and Carl that run out. They go get their machine guns, and they basically, Rick's, kind of telling them, like, everything he's got to do and stuff like that. And he tells them, you shoot or you run. And Carl and Rick literally shoot every last one of those walkers. And I love it because it's a scene that really felt necessary to me because all this time throughout the series, Carl, he's had to kill people, but we've never seen him be this much of a man before, where Rick is telling him something, he's listening, he's, saving his dad, even at points, when a walker gets close to Rick, Carl shoots one, it's really, really cool. And I think it's very cinematic the way they did this. So definitely my favorite scene of the episode would have to be that. It's just such a cool scene, a cool father-son type moment. And I thought it was really, really well shot as they deal with the walkers. I mean, the walkers have been piling up a lot of this season, but they finally deal with it, and they finally, do what needs to be doing. So, man, I love that. And basically, after that, you've got, Herschel, he tries to get the respirator for Glenn. Maggie then breaks in because, she has to get in there. She's worried for Glenn, worried for Herschel. She comes in there. Herschel's, struggling with one of the walkers, and Maggie actually nails the shot, and then, saves Herschel's life, and they then save Glenn's life as literally Glenn's about to die. And that's one of the other things in this one too, like Glenn legit has a very close call. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. So as you got that, you've got Daryl and the rest that finally come back with the medicine. They get in there, of course, and you see, basically everything, kind of work out. The flu arc is now ending, Herschel and, all of them can kind of rest now. Daryl and the rest are back with, the necessary stuff they need. And that's, how things end with the flu arc. So, I mean, I'm going to tell you what, Herschel, he was a darn hero this episode. I mean, throughout the whole episode, he never thought about anybody but, he never, I guess I should say, he never thought about himself. He always thought about, literally everybody else around him. And, he was a real one for this one. He really was. This was definitely, the fact they killed him off sucks because literally this was probably his best episode of the entire series. This episode right here. At least for me, this was definitely my favorite episode for Herschel. He really, really made a difference in this one. And if he didn't do what he did, a lot of people would probably, be dead right now. So, yeah. Really, really good stuff right there. Now, basically, let's talk about what happens here at the end. You've got everything that's kind of chill, everything that's kind of, going normal here. You've got, Herschel and the rest. They're going out there, and, you got Michonne and Herschel that, well, they go out on the run to dump out the bodies, the dead zombie bodies, and Herschel's like, hell yeah, I'll come with you. And it really sucks because, that's Herschel's setup right there for his death. And, speaking of that, as you got Rick and Carl that are, just kind of standing out there doing their regular thing, picking, vegetables out of the garden and, different crap like that, we get a zoom out as everything seems nice, everything seems, peaceful. You got the pulse that builds up, and you got the governor that shows up. So, yeah, you got the governor that shows up at the very end of the episode. So, what can I say about that? I mean, probably one of my favorite cliffhangers of The Walking Dead because it's unexpected, first of all. You don't expect to see it. You're so focused on the flu arc. They really distract you so much from the governor after a little while that you almost kind of start to forget it. And then, they kind of just slip that one in there at the end just to be like, oh, by the way, here he is. So, yeah, honestly, a fantastic way to wrap up that episode. So, I'm going to say this was a fantastic episode. You guys are going to call me crazy for this. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. I really do not have anything that I didn't like about the episode. The Walker stuff was great. The Walker, action, that was all really awesome. Rick, Carl were great. Herschel was absolutely amazing this episode. You had, some really cool kind of references, callbacks, close calls for some, characters, intensity. I mean, it was really great. Even Maggie was really cool in this one. And, yeah, I think we had ourselves a really, really darn good episode. The flu arc may not have been my favorite, but, at least in terms of its ending, I think it ended very, very well. And the music in this episode as well, too, was some of the best. I really, really like it. So, that's my thoughts on Interment. Absolutely killer episode this week for Year of the Dead. Absolutely love this episode, and that is that, guys. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. And of course, guys, if you're new here, click subscribe and tune in with some of my videos for The Walking Dead. Follow Dan's Walk Reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys very soon. If you have a video for The Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.
My God, no!